Goodbye, everybody. It was great having you for season 2 of Beef Sticks Podcast, but alas, auf Wiedersehen, adieu. There are seasons all over the place. I've got thyme, I've got paprika, I've got cinnamon, I've got pepper salt. It's seasonal around here. Lowry's. I like that Mike Lowry. Speaking of Mike Lowry, isn't there a Bad Boys 3 coming up pretty soon? Rock on. Yeah, the first one, I really enjoy the first one, but until you go back and watch it years later, you don't realize how bad it is. Fun, entertaining, very entertaining. I enjoy watching it. Not a good movie, though. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. I like that. It's kind of like the Williams sisters. The second one was my first. Ah! Ah! It's basically an amalgamation of two of our most fun games put together, so rock on. And yes, I did bust out the amalgamation word this early into this, so suck it up, folks. Asterix. Woo! And talk about trusting them with your life. Pasty, our next sponsor, I would trust with my balls. And in fact, this is not a mom and pop operation, but one of Beef Sticks Podcast's biggest ever supporters, and that would be manscaped.com, who is the best in men's below the belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Pasty, there's been many a time that I've been sitting down on the stool and doing a little trimming, trying to do some artwork down there, trying to make something a little fancy, a little nice, and a zip and a zap, and not only have I screwed up the picture of Pasty White's mom that was going to be on my crotch, but now I have a nick, and it is bleeding, and it is dripping, and there is going to be a red bump. It could have been. And the last thing you want when you are getting ready for a night out with your missus or your lady friend or your sister if you're living in Alabama is a bumply on your dumplings. And that's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. Pasty, their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary skin-safe technology. So this trimmer, it won't nick, it won't snag your nuts. It is also rechargeable and waterproof, so you can shave in or out of the shower, wherever you feel comfortable. It's true. And Pasty the Lawnmower 2.0 is so friendly that I have heard personally Michael J. Fox uses it on his balls, and the way he shakes, rattles, and rolls. Hello, if it works on him, it'll work on you, folks. And he won't have to. And one thing he did have to go back and correct was he used to use the same razor on his face pasty that he used on his balls. Oh, that's just nasty. And if you like to keep your rear end, your posterior clear, you definitely don't want to use that one up under your old nasally tinglies. You know, the old push broom doesn't need to get some Klingons up in there. You know what I'm talking about? We don't need dingleberries up in the sniffer snapper. It ain't going to happen. But one thing you can do to make sure that your balls are smelling the best is use Manscaped's Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. Basically, what do you feel about this? Oh, those are so nice. They hold you in just the right spot. You get a little bit of movement, but not too much. You seen that commercial? We're not going to name names because we don't promote the competitors around here. And if they want some promotion, they better talk to us. But you've seen the commercial with the two race car drivers bobbling their head around, banging and smashing. You know what? You put on a pair of these proprietary boxers from Manscaped.com. They hold your junk right where it wants to be, but you don't feel bunched up. You don't feel claustrophobic. You let the boys breathe, but you keep them safe and cuddled. It's almost like one of those what do they call them? Those weight blankets. It's like a weight blanket for your balls. And Manscaped has your balls covered, but Beef Sticks Podcast has you covered because right now, folks, if you go to manscaped.com and order anything from their site, whether it is their Lawnmower 2.0, whether it's the deluxe kit, whether it's just a crop preserver, anything you want to get from there, and you use the promo code BEEFSTICKS, you will get 20% off your full order plus free shipping. Always use the right tools for the job. Your balls will thank you. Right around. That is correct. Make sure. No, you got to pay full price at Target. But nonetheless, we want you to use manscaped.com. You need to go out there. You owe it to yourself. If you have one New Year's resolution this year, it is to go into the new year smooth, smelling good, and without nicks and cuts. Manscaped.com, promo code BEEFSTICKS. That is BEEFSTICKS, no space, and you will get 20% off your entire order plus free shipping. It's Beef Sticks approved. It's just too good. Yes. Very much so. Maybe.
There's probably more high spots per capita for wrestling matches now. I would venture to say there's probably
What do you got?
per capita per match more high spots than has ever been accumulated in wrestling before, unless a ball's in play at a tennis match or on a swing at a golf course.
What do you got?
Everybody's doing
playing it right now.
Everybody's doing it from various skill levels, unfortunately for some. And it's like cows on ice. Big old fat goddamn people like me trying to look like you're a figure skater, like I'm Johnny Weir or somebody. See there, folks, I am very well read.
Very well read. Just not well spoken, JR.
Yeah, a cow on ice, buddy. A cow on ice. That's our good buddy JR.
Yes, indeed. Moving right along, I think we can get into this week in pro wrestling history.
Yes, sir. And that would be December 16th of 1995 when Deborah Miceli, a.k.a. Medusa, also known as Alundra Blaze, returned to WCW on Monday Nitro, fresh off of being fired in WWF for what they called an effort to cut their losses. Ouch. Last seen in WCW in 1993, Medusa brought a gift for Eric Bischoff, and that was the WWF Women's Championship belt. She proceeded to drop the belt in a trash can live on national TV, effectively killing that championship. The incident was never mentioned by WWF officially, but Pasty, here's the twist. It may have had far-reaching consequences, not so much for Deborah or Medusa, if you will, but for Bret Hart. Because legend has it, the title dump played a major role in the infamous Montreal screw job nearly 2 years later, as Vince McMahon was afraid of Bret taking the WWF World Championship to WCW with him. As for Medusa, after appearing on WCW programming through June 1997, she took a 2-year hiatus before returning as a member of Randy Savage's Team Madness, along with Miss Madness, who was the future Molly Holly. She was a regular on WCW programming and became a trainer at WCW's Power Plant training facility until WCW's sale to WWF in 2001. When Vince McMahon bought the company, he used that platform to stick it to many performers he felt had wronged him and refused to bring her on board. So she left the pro wrestling world and became a monster truck driver full-time. Miceli, as her ring name Medusa, still drives her own monster truck to this day, Pasty.
That is amazing. Wasn't she also just, No, I was thinking Alundra Blaze. No, wait, this is Alundra Blaze, yeah. Inducted into the Hall of Fame recently.
Yeah. Yep. She was just recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, maybe 2 years ago.
It's just surprising that she would be inducted after dropping the title into the